That movie, if you're feeling a bit like Clark Griswold in Christmas Vacation this holiday season, you are not alone. One study says statistically, you're probably more stressed about the holidays than you were last year. A study from the American Psychiatric Association found that a little more than 1 in 4 Americans say they are more stressed about the holidays this year than they were last year. Top stressors, according to the study, are some common ones that you might know, like 46% worrying about affording holiday gifts, 47% report being stressed about losing a loved one, and having a hard time getting along with family is on there too, as well as being worried about more specific things like discussing politics with family. Well, joining me now to help us navigate these stressful times, because we know we need help, is Dr. Renee Matthews. Dr. Matthews, good morning.
Good morning. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too. These are things you've heard before. You know how people go into it. You have friends that have called you and said, Renee, girl, I can't deal with this. You know I'm about to go see my friends. They drive me crazy. How does all this stress affect the overall health of an individual?
Well, stress is just terrible, period. You know, cortisol levels, they increase obesity, blood pressure, and all these things. But we can do some things to avoid stress. Try to set boundaries. If you can't make it to every house, please don't sign up to make it to every house. Tell them, I'll see you maybe later in the holiday season, right? Prioritize sleep. People want to, go without sleeping during the holiday because of all of the preparation. No, you got to sleep. Losing sleep is going to lead to a whole lot of other things, high blood pressure and all those things as well. So you got to sleep.
So those habits can help us avoid the stress when we're coping with stress, like you said, getting that sleep, don't overcommit to things, and literally setting those boundaries.
And even breathing exercises, just take a breath, count to 10. Like you said, some of the people's stress is, it's family members. Okay, maybe you need to leave the room, count to 10, and just relax.
And that's a positive way, just breathing through it there. Are there other positive ways to deal with holiday stress? And what are your personal favorites? You say, Nick, if you use these tools, you'll be fine.
I think that starting out with a workout is a great way to start the day. So before the family comes, get in a workout. Let the bike, the tread, or whatever, let that be where you get rid of all that stress. And then hopefully you can enjoy the rest of your day. Preparation is always the key. So, today's Christmas, so you missed out on Christmas. But for New Year's, maybe you can prepare ahead of time the meal or whatever, make the reservations or whatever it is so that you don't have that stress level. And like I said, make a list. These are the houses that we're actually going to visit, and these are the houses we can actually visit because we have time. Because when you overcommit, then yes, you are stressed, especially if you're newlywed, and that means disappointing the in-laws,
Yeah, where you got to go. Your mama never did like me, but we're going to go to that house anyway there. Dr. Matthews, the American Psychiatric Association says people report being more stressed this year than last year. Why do you think that is? What has changed dramatically this year?
I think that, one, the huge thing was obviously something that happened last month, the election. There are still several households that are very much divided. So you don't know what you're walking into, or maybe you do know what you're walking into, and that's the problem. You know that the conversation is going to come up, and you know that so-and-so voted not the way that you voted, and they don't agree with what you agree with. So that conversation is going to come. So I think that is one of the major things that is different about this holiday season versus last year. Is just the whole politics matter. And then also with the politics, a lot of people complain that the reason they voted a certain thing is because they felt that they didn't have any money. Okay, well, then there's that discussion.
Well, Dr. Matthews, I can tell you one thing that does not stress us out: listening to you. Dr. Renee Matthews, Merry Christmas to you and your family, and thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider, and don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.